Today I'm going to be attempting to bake one of the technical challenges from the Great British Bake Off, which is honestly one of my favorite shows ever. I am a little bit nervous. Actually, I'm a lot nervous, but right now I'm trying to like challenge myself to get better at baking. I just started like seriously getting into baking like maybe like 6 months to a year ago. I'm using this as a way to like force myself to attempt harder things, even though they can be scary at times. So anyways, today I'm gonna be baking, let's see what it's called. This is Paul Hollywood's recipe. It's his chocolate and raspberry roulade. So it looks like this. And I'm just using the recipe on their website. I'm really concerned about whether or not the cake will fall apart because apparently there's no flour in this cake, which is a really delicate structure is what I'm thinking. I guess we'll see if this will actually hold up. So let's get started. I'm going to preheat the oven 425 degrees. The oven is on. Let me get the ingredients. When I first started baking, I did not like measure out all the ingredients before I started, and I often like forgot little things like vanilla or salt. So I've gone into the habit of like actually measuring out everything because I cannot afford to like mess up when this is one of the technical challenges. Dark chocolate, eggs, sugar, cocoa powder, and that's it. That's like the main structure of the cake. I have some dark chocolate here from Ghirardelli, 175 grams. Woo. Now I'm gonna measure out my sugar. Honestly, okay, this is not an ad, but I love these containers for storing my sugar and flour. Before, I would just like roll up the bag that it came in and it would get everywhere. So I'm trying to be more organized. This one is from OXO, but I found that like TJ Maxx has a lot of the similar ones. Okay, so I have my chocolate, my cocoa powder, and then some sugar, and now I need to separate my eggs, which is the part that I don't like doing. I bought an egg separator. It looks like this. I think you just put on the edge of your bowl like this. Ooh! A little aggressive on us. Alright! Scoop it out. Ooh! Ah! Okay, I've scooped it out. That is finally 6 eggs separated. Let me wash my hands. We are moving on to the next step, which is actually assembling the cakes. Okay, melt the chocolate in a bowl. Set over a pan of gently simmering water. I'm actually just gonna melt it in the microwave because I'm a little lazy. I'm just gonna break this up and then pop it in the microwave. Okay, I think the next step is to... It says use an electric mixer, but since I only have one stand mixer and I need to use that to whip up the egg whites, I'm just gonna mix this by hand. This is a really small bowl, but I think I'm just gonna try and make it work. To save the dishwashing headache, it's going in. Wow, kind of a lot of sugar. Yeah, this bowl is way too small. I think it's gonna take a while because it says mix until thick, pale, and mousse-like. What it looks like right now. Very much not there yet. I also did an arm day today at the gym. Why do I? Okay, there's a thing where like I always go to the gym the day I'm gonna bake, and it always happens to be arm day too. Oh, chocolate. Hold on. Stay. Oh, okay, that's pretty melted. Ooh, pretty melted at this point, so I'm gonna let this cool on the side. I think that's fine. I'm gonna need to whip the egg whites now. Okay, I'm gonna put the egg whites in. I feel like, oh, the peak. This is the peak so far. You can tell. It's pretty wiggly still. It's still a little wobbly, so I'm gonna give it maybe a minute or another minute. Okay, I feel like that's pretty stiff. You know what I realized? The next step is to put the chocolate into the egg yolk. So I had to use a bigger bowl anyway to save the dishwashing headache. Ayya! Pour chocolate mixture into the egg yolk mixture and fold. Okay, we're good. Okay, low-key, I need to work really quickly because the egg whites are now starting to deflate. This is kind of hot, so I hope this does not curdle the eggs, but we're just gonna do it. Not me reading the instructions 3 different times because I can't trust myself. Chocolate in. I hope this is right. I can just hear my grandma being like, you need to scrape all of that in. Oh my gosh, it smells like brownies. Okay, hold on. I need to hurry up. Oh, okay. Just gonna dump it in. Maybe they'll do like half and then go from there. But I just don't want to lose that much air because then it's not gonna be fluffy. Okay. I don't know. So I'm trying to be really gentle, but I don't know how much of this is gonna survive or not. Can I see that? Okay. And the last half goes in. Ooh, there's like juice coming out of the bottom. Okay, that's in. And I'm just gonna fill the rest. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop mixing here because it's just gonna continue to deflate. Okay, so this could turn out as a disaster, but I have a quarter sheet pan here. It's very gray because I accidentally dishwashed it without knowing that's what you weren't supposed to do. But anyways, I couldn't find the exact measurements for the Swiss roll tin, I think that's what they call it. I'm a little worried that this is not like thick enough to support the rise of the cake, but at this point I have no options. I'm like worried that it's gonna deflate. Oh, it's a little too short now, but that's fine. It's a little bit janky, but we're just gonna have to do. Spray this. The parchment paper goes on, and then I'm gonna spray her one more time. I really don't want this to stick because then we can't roll our cake. And then I'm going to... Oh! Hold on, I forgot the cocoa powder. I have to sift this. I hope it's the right order. Whatever. I have no time to go back. Okay, sift this. Mix this in. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot this. See, this is why I measured out all the ingredients because I would have not seen that there if I was measuring as I went. I feel like this is definitely a little bit overmixed. I'm gonna put this on the pan. I'm just hoping this doesn't rise too much and overflow. Okay, just gonna use a toothpick and just spread it towards the edges. All right, it's going in. Wait, 425? Oh my gosh. I don't know why I assumed it was 425, but it's 350, so I have to wait for this to cool down a little bit. Good thing I read it. Oh my gosh. Or else this cake would have been cooked. Okay, hopefully this doesn't deflate too much while this is cooling down. Now the oven is pretty hot right now. It's at 400, but let some air out. All right, it's going in. The cake is done. It looks pretty crisp on the top. It smells so good. It smells like hot chocolate. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool. These are raspberries. They don't smell like anything. I just washed my strawberries, raspberries. So in here I have heavy cream, powdered sugar, and some vanilla extract. And I think I'm just gonna have to whip this up. These soft peaks. Okay, maybe that's a little too soft. Keep going. It's not that sweet at all. The last little bit is cutting the raspberries so I can stuff them into the cake. I feel like the cake is pretty cold. It has like deflated quite a bit. You can see like the cracks. Okay, now I need to assemble the cake, which is honestly the scary part. Put some icing sugar on top. I don't even know how much we're supposed to put on because I didn't have an exact measurement, so I'm just gonna go with the whole thing. Okay, I need to cut this cake, the edges of the cake. And I do my best to like separate this without breaking too much of it. Ooh, it's coming off. It's definitely cracking. Well, no one's gonna see the edges, right? Oh, it is completely tearing. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, y'all, this is quite the emergency because this whole cake is falling apart. I think it's because I didn't have like a non-stick enough tin. I feel like we were doing so well until this point. This is so bad. Okay, now I understand why this was the technical challenge. It's gonna splatter. It's literally gonna splatter everywhere. Oh! Oh no. It's quite broken. The good thing is it's peeling off very well, so I'm not gonna have any issues with this side. We're gonna put 2/3 cream down. This is so fun. Baking is so fun. Get up here. I feel like if I put too much, it's gonna start like oozing out the sides, so. Then gotta put our fresh berries. It also says to score the edge, which is already quite broken out. So I'm just gonna do that, but it's just crumbling the edges honestly at this point. All right, it's time to roll. Oh gosh. The stuffing is completely falling out. I don't know if you can see, but the stuffing is completely fallen out. I'm gonna put some cream in the bag. The cream is like really soft now. I don't know how they stuff that much cream. Okay, they're not very even, but it's gonna have to do. Oh, I could only make pipe 6. Oh, it's falling. Wait, that's only 6. Oh well. Ta-da! Alright, here we have it. Chocolate and raspberry roulade. Can you tell that it's rolled? Maybe on this side you can tell a little bit that it's rolled. I feel like the top looks okay, but it's more like a sandwich than a roll. So, okay, let's cut into it and let's see what it tastes like. Can we even get it onto a plate? Let's see. Okay. Stay. This is what it looks like inside. Okay, we got some kind of roll. Let's try it. Get some cream, get some raspberries. Quite delicate. Okay. Wait, this tastes really good. I feel like the dark chocolate is perfectly sweet and the raspberries give it that nice tart flavor. Cream is not that sweet at all, so it goes well with the chocolate. I'm really surprised by how soft the cake is. The cake tastes like a super fluffy, very, very light brownie. That's the flavor of it. It's not that heavy at all too because everything is so fluffy and the cream is so fluffy. Presentation-wise, nah. But taste-wise, I'll take it. There's chocolate in my face. Well, that was it for today's bake. Quite stressful, honestly, making a roll cake. Regardless, I learned a lot. We powered through. I'm really glad I made this though because I feel like this flavor combination is really good. But anyways, let me know if y'all like this video and let me know in the comments what you thought, how I did, because we have no real judges, so y'all can be the judge. And I will be making more technical bakes from the Great British Bake Off, both in short form on YouTube and long form right here. So stay tuned for more and I'm so excited. So thanks for tuning in. Bye! Flavor is so good. Might have to eat another slice.